A very good day to everyone. My name is Keong from Polytechnic INNOCOM. I'm the lead project developer for this product, the Online Students Project Management System, or we like to call it VoIP. So before we go into the product itself, let me tell you the story of a project coordinator from Polytechnic INNOCOM. As a project coordinator for Mechanical Engineering Department in Polytechnic INNOCOM, it has always been a heavy burden when the number of students taking final year project is amounting to around 400 students. So project coordinator will need to convey information to program head, which we call them KPs, while program heads needs to oversee supervisor supervising students group from their own program respectively. Now, some simple calculation. 400 students with 4 students in each group would equals to very messy. Imagine the amount of paperwork involved. Let, let me show a fraction of paperwork each student needs to prepare. This is just less than a quarter of the total paperwork, and it took me some time to get it in this slide. Now let's go through the problem statement. Project coordinators have huge burden because of students' final year project. The project coordinator has the responsibility to provide information to the students. However, doing all of these tasks could be tedious. As for the students, they have to deal with the confusion of not knowing the full details and disengage from tons of paperwork involved. First, we did a pre-test to find out what exactly the student and the supervisor and the project coordinator really face. 109 respondents consisting students and lecturers are selected. These are some questions and response from the respondent. So from the test, we are able to remap the function and functional circle that needs to be addressed. First, between students groups, where students needs to communicate among themselves within their groups. Second, between groups and supervisor. Student needs supervise from the supervisor, and supervisor needs the ability to gauge the student's progress. Thirdly, between program coordinator, which is KP, and respective supervisor, where program coordinator needs to know which group is having problem and which students is disengaging from the project itself. And lastly, the ability of project coordinator to oversee the whole working web. Hence, the objective of this product is to develop an application which facilitates communications between students and lecturers partaking in the final year project compared to the current system, which is the conventional system. Designing an intuitive and responsive user interface which helps to complete the project efficiently and effectively compared to existing application. And lastly, to ensure the application runs smoothly with minimum bugs and error, if there is. We came to a decision that we need two different apps to control the working web for security purposes. VoIP for students and supervisor, and VoIP XL for project coordinator. Both these application has almost the same functions except for VoIP XL, which have more authority throughout the working web. Let us explore VoIP for student as we know. First and foremost, it has all the details of the particular group, project title, group member, SV supervisor's name. And it has a directory of group members information for easy communication. Next, it has a tidy notification panel where announcement from supervisor or project coordinator can be seen. We cover the communication part too with inbuilt chat system. Student and supervisor can chat among themselves so that information can flow easily. We built in a digital logbook so that the student can record meetings or write down their ideas whenever they need to. To save time and money on paperwork, we include a library of forms in chronological order. The student can download, fill up, upload for the SV's digital sign. The form of paperwork library is overseen by the project coordinator. Project coordinator can update form if needed. And all this is done through an intuitive and easy to use panel. Oh, I guess you noticed the white background before and the black background now. We include a dark mode to ease the eye strain when needed. As for Void for project coordinator, it has the ability to oversee each batch of students taking final year project. We might have a few different batch of students in a particular semester. Besides having all the ability the students and SV version of Void has, Project Coordinator Void XL has the ability to gauge project progress from each group and each program. The progress is shown in an activity ring, and if needed, Project Coordinator can further inspect every group whether they have uploaded the necessary form on time. Best of all the forms uploaded are stored in a cloud storage similar to Google Drive, which is called Firebase database. Similar to Google Drive, but at the same time has the ability to serve as an server to enable transferring of data. All these features are useless if the end user doesn't like it. A post-test and a test run was conducted for students from 2019 session. In short, the result shows that comparing to current system, which is conventional, Void uses minimal paperwork while the conventional has tons of paper wasted just to get the paperwork done. And Void has an advantage using less time compared to the current system, and the expenditure. Void uses very low expenditure compared to the current system, and lastly, Void is more organized compared to the conventional method. But there are still more work to be done. Suggestion: future work such as developing the application to be used in iOS device, developing a web-based application for universal platform, having a supervisor version of Void, having an in-house server so that the Void doesn't have to depend on third-party server. These are all the future works that we intend to continue. In conclusion, the application is easy to use to students and a supervisor, and supervisor can keep track of their progress anytime by simply using the application through their mobile phone. The application not only helps to save time but also ease communication and reduce the workload of the project coordinator. There is still much room for improvement of the application. As for now, the application is only limited to Mechanical Department of INNOCOM Polytechnic, and it is limited to only Android user. I will end my presentation with a corporate video done to promote and showcase the app.